to celebrate 250 years of strength, tenacity, and unwavering courage.
Booyah, Navy!
Hoorah, Marines!
Navy and the Marine Corps embody the resilience of our country.
250 years of United States Marines.
From the American Revolution until today, the story of the U.S. Navy is a tale of loyalty, sacrifice, and commitment stretching back 250 years. God bless the United States.
250 years. That's 2.5 centuries of sailors and Marines answering the call. Not because it was easy, but because it mattered. Every generation has carried that torch, through war, through peace, through uncertainty. It's not just history, it's legacy. Written in sweat, forged in discipline. The men and women who wear the uniform uphold that proud tradition. The mission has not changed. Protect freedom, defend our nation, and stand ready. This is who we are. This is 250 years of sailors and Marines holding the line.
The American colony stood at the brink of revolution. On land, our founding fathers had already established a Continental Army and entrusted its command to General George Washington. But they soon came to a sobering realization. Their war for independence could not be won by land alone. Several delegates of the Continental Congress understood that control of the seas was critical to breaking free from the grip of British tyranny. But not all delegates agreed. On October 3, 1775, when the Rhode Island delegation proposed the creation of a naval force supported by all 13 colonies, Maryland delegate Samuel Chase called it the maddest idea in the world. The objections were rooted in pragmatism, cost, lack of capacity, and fear of the far superior British Royal Navy, proven by their 200-year victory spree over the waves. The assured retribution from the tyrant King George fueled congressional trepidation. With Washington's support, the Continental Congress chose resolve over fear. On October 13, 1775, it was authorized the outfitting of 2 armed vessels to intercept British supply ships for much-needed gunpowder, weapons, and other critical materials. From that authorization, the United States Navy was born. Not from vast resources or naval supremacy, but from the bold determination of a young nation fighting for freedom.
Since the birth of the Corps, we have answered the call. Through every battle, every climb, in every place. No matter the odds, no matter the obstacle. We adapt, we overcome, and close with and destroy the enemy. We know the future will not be the same, but the one thing we know will always remain is the Marine. For 250 years, we have formed ranks and held the line. And we will for the next 250.
As Secretary of the Navy, I'm profoundly grateful to every individual who has served and to every sailor and Marine who has stood to watch, past and present, in defense of our Republic. Let us honor the legacy of those who came before us. Let us reflect on the enduring spirit that began in 1775, because that spirit, one forged in honor, courage, and commitment, remains in all of us today. Thank you for joining me today to celebrate our shared heritage. May God bless you, the Navy Marine Corps team, and the United States of America.
Of turning point battle in World War II. It brought our bombers close enough to strike the Japanese home islands, and it was savage fighting. A couple of square miles of hell is what it was for them. And when they finally got to the top and they raised the flag on Iwo Jima, it guaranteed a Marine Corps for the next 500 years.
Marines don't wait for perfect conditions. They act with purpose, lead with confidence, and finish the mission.
The Marines just knew the mission was to take the island, and that's all they needed to know.
Through explosions, bullets, and screams of war, Marines have always kept going.
We are unapologetic about who we are and what we are supposed to do for this country.
We fight for our Constitution, we defend our Constitution, but we fight for each other. We fight for the Marine on our left and our right.
Today, we celebrate their uncommon valor. The uncommon valor that comes with being a United States Marine.
Uncommon valor was a common virtue.
The principles of the Marine Corps of honor, courage, and commitment, it's not just a job, it's not a cool t-shirt phrase, it's a way of life.
It's not about weapon systems or ships, it's about people and character.
You earn the title Marine. You don't join the Marine Corps, you become a Marine.
You know, the Marine Corps doesn't promise you a title, it doesn't promise you a contract, it just promises you an opportunity to become a Marine.
The character of war is changing, but the character of Marines is not.
When I see that statue, it represents the very best of the human dynamic at the worst place, hell on earth.
So today, as we stand in the shadow of these giants, we reflect on the last 250 years of battles fought and won, uniting every generation in an enduring purpose greater than self, a purpose rooted in sacrifice, sustained in brotherhood, and bound by love of country.
Decades have passed. Marines still stand.
And we look to the future with confidence.
Semper Fidelis, Marines. May God bless you and the Republic you protect.
Once a Marine, always a Marine.
When we're looking back, we're like, they were all the puzzle pieces that made this work.
Yes, and how we forged them into amazing warriors.
It's that tenacity. That's what's in our sailors and Marines.
Yes.
They have that tenacity, and that's what makes it so special.
Uncommon valor from, I dare say, common everyday individuals. That's what made the Continental military back in the day.
Right.
Everyday average citizens who stepped up and said, I am willing to serve. That's what built that uncommon valor.
I think that's why it's so important, is that we're not special.
No.
We're not special. I think we make this organization special, but it's that grit that's going to make our organization continue to thrive for another 250.
We are becoming the past. I'm a dinosaur, you know. I'm the past part of the 250 years. But who will be the next man up for the future 250 years?
It could be anyone. It could be the person watching this video right now. The thing that's keeping them from this experience is fear. They're scared, they don't know. But I think that there's a little bit of excitement in that. And that adventure is going to want to inspire the next person.
You know, there was no part of the journey, I know for you or for me, that at some time there wasn't a little bit of fear, a little bit of doubt. But I will tell you this, having done a lot of high-speed, dangerous things, there can be no courage without a little bit of fear or doubt.
Right.
They are the future.
Right.
And they are the next man up. And I'll say this, carrying on the legacy of that uncommon valor starts with one step.
One step.
We are joined. I will lay my life down for you.
The Marine Corps has been making Marines at the historic, iconic depot at Parris Island for 110 years.
Hardest thing you will ever earn in your entire life.
A drone soldier gets in the bus, tells everyone to get off.
Filling the footprint from the right to the left.
Thousands and thousands of Marines that came through here and all stood on the same yellow footprints.
Your heels are touching, feet out of 45-degree angles, and your mouth is shut.
Each day, you're going to discover something about yourself that you never knew existed.
You chose to undertake the arduous task of becoming a United States Marine, all right?
The Crucible is a grueling 54-hour event to ensure they are ready to earn the title of United States Marine. The culminating event of the Crucible was this morning, where they were presented their Eagle Globe and Anchor for the first time.
If you feel like you need to be a part of the Marine Corps, we'll take care of you. We'll show you how it's done.
Battle Stations is a capstone event for Navy recruits. It takes everything that they've learned throughout boot camp and puts it in some kind of scenario.
All of our general quarter scenarios are based on events that happen to ships throughout naval history.
It's not a teaching environment anymore. Now they've learned everything they've learned, and now they have to apply it.
Booyah, save the shipmates!
If you don't work together as a team, nothing will get done in the Navy. It doesn't matter what the individual does, it matters what you do as a team. No one job runs the ship.
When the ship is in the middle of the ocean, any fire, any danger, they are the only ones to handle and take care of it.
When they come through here, it's not always clear just how important they are. By the end of the debrief for each scenario, it's really solidified for them.
The moment I took off the recruit ball cap and put on the Navy ball cap, I felt overwhelmed with a sense of pride for serving my country.
I feel so much more confident now than I did yesterday.
The Marines and sailors at Officer Candidate School are some of the best in class, dedicated, technical experts, wholly invested.
We challenge them mentally, physically, to make sure that they're able to function under pressure.
Through the coaching and mentorship phase, I work with the candidates to execute critical thinking.
Combat is dynamic in nature. I want to see how they perform because in the future it could be bullets going over their head.
We take that a step further during their small unit leadership evaluation. The candidates are leading their own fire team through a problem set in the tree line, and they have a very limited time to develop their own plan and then execute that plan to the best of their ability.
In the Marine Corps, we have a saying that the title's earned, it's never given, and it's something that's very, very special to us as Marines.
They've earned that right to hold our emblem of the eagle, globe, and anchor.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
That is the moment that person realizes that they have achieved it.
Good morning.
And it's something that can never be taken away from us once we've earned that title of Marine.
This isn't for everybody. The desire to serve, to be part of something bigger, to be part of the most feared and revered warfighting organizations in the world. The transformation starts from the moment that they step onto the yellow footprints, physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. When candidates graduate, they have met or exceeded the standard and go on to accomplish great things in our service.
Kelly, I got to tell you, one of the greatest honors of my life. Everybody always asks me, Jay, what's the biggest speaking engagement you've done? I was honored to do a Forrestal lecture series at the Naval Academy in 2015 to the student body. And it was so moving and impactful to think these young men and women are literally the future leaders of our great nation. They will shape the United States Navy and Marine Corps for generations to come. And Kelly, you are a Naval Academy graduate. You are part of that legacy.
Yes, it taught me how to excel, but that's hard work. That's hard work and your willingness to serve other people. That's what it's all about.
It unlocks the greatest leader that lives within you. If you were looking for that, the Naval Academy is calling you.
I thought, if I get through this, what else can I get through in my life? And I got addicted to that ability to not just help evolve, myself, but see the difference I can make in others.
Yeah.
The Naval Academy is a whole person concept. It's moral, mental, and physical. You can't just be good at academics. You can't just be good at athletics. You have to have integrity. You have to lead with that heart to serve others, and you're leading sailors and Marines at the end of the day. So it's not just about survival, it's really about excellence and leading with that excellence and learning to become the best version of yourself for others.
I wanted to be surrounded by people who were bright, who were outgoing, people who had the same goals as I did. That was the Naval Academy for me.
And when I visited the United States Naval Academy for the first time, it just hit me. The culture, the people, this is the place for me to not only get an amazing education, but to also serve my country and become a better person.
It offers so many opportunities, both academically and then professionally. You're going to graduate with a well-paying job. You're going to be making a difference and standing for something that's greater than yourself.
It is just an incredibly special place to be and to live in and to get to walk the yard every single day. What a beautiful campus. I have met my best friends. I have met amazing mentors that have taught me so much.
The amazing buildings and the amount of history comes from this place. And being able to be here with some of the best and brightest in the world, you just continue to grow. There's never a day where you're not improving yourself as a leader, as a midshipman, as a person.
The location, it's beautiful, right on the water. The fall, you get to see the leaves change.
It's the prestige, it's the challenge, and it's about the opportunity to serve your country and do something more for yourself that really drew myself closer to this place. It's a feeling of pride, it's a sense of accomplishment, and it's a sense of opportunity of what I get to do afterwards here.
It's a 40-year decision, not a 4-year decision. I heard that's a challenge that's gonna make me a better person. I said this is the place for me.
That's gonna be your life, not just in this game, but for the rest of your life when you're wearing a different kind of uniform.
From a young age, I always knew that I wanted to do something so much bigger with my life, and I knew that there was a bigger purpose for me.
Standards, discipline, accountability, it's the basics. It's blocking and tackling of leadership. That's what you're learning here. That's what your formations need. That's what the country needs.
I think that's great about the Naval Academy is it allows you to grow in your leadership styles and try different things out and learn.
The Naval Academy just provided so many opportunities, both the things that you do on the yard, if it's on a sports team, or the different clubs that we have here.
I've been on the parachute team since my freshman year. I love it. It's unlike any other sport.
Being at the Glee Club has been incredible. We took a tour around the country. You have people come up to you when you're done singing. They're just like, you have restored faith in our country. That's beautiful.
Dance captain has genuinely taught me a lot more about my leadership skills, getting to instill certain values of the Naval Academy. Those moments have really defined me as a leader. It is the perfect place to develop these leadership skills and to make a difference in the military, in the world, in the fleet, wherever it is.
The leadership role that's meant the most to me here at the Academy is being 13th Company Commander. My company trusts me to make decisions that is going to better everyone around me.
It's going to prepare me for the fleet and serving America, because one day I will be in charge of sailors and Marines. My decisions will affect their lives and potentially could save their lives.
And what you do in those moments is what's going to be the difference between life and death for the men, for the Americans, for the sailors, for the SEALs, for the Marines that you lead in the future.
Real leaders are the ones that step up and try to do the hard thing.
The values and morals that have been instilled in me will last forever.
You get to be a part of something that is just so much bigger than yourself that you're not going to experience anywhere else.
You chose something bigger than yourself on day one. That means something. You have my respect because of it, and I'm going to make sure you have everything you need whenever you need it in the formations you have. Gentlemen, men, warriors, go Navy, let's go.
One of the things that Blue Angels get to do week in and week out for 33 different show sites every single year is to showcase the teamwork and professionalism of the Navy and Marine Corps through flight demonstration and community outreach while inspiring a culture of excellence and service to country. To make the 6 F-18 Super Hornets fly and the C-130J Super Hercules takes an entire team effort. We have about 160 personnel on this team, but only 9 of us at a given time are flying the aircraft. So the rest of them are in a support role. They come from the fleet, they are experienced, and they work day in and day out to make these machines fly and to put the show on for the public. They're experts at their craft, but they're even better people. They pump me up every day to do my job, and they make me a better commanding officer. Good morning, everyone. We are parked in reverse order for a normal walkdown. Delta will be in front of the craft, the maneuvering Delta. We're in front of the crowd, sitting at the maneuvering Delta. We go loudly, trash props, buddy.
Was that 3106, Vessel 22?
I'll probably go down the Soul Comfort, Tower, and Let's have a good one.
Out there, in the shadows, in the silence, there's a new battlefield. One you can't see. One where every click, every signal, and every line of code can tip the balance. The Navy dominates this battle space. Before the fleet sails, before the jets are launched, our cyber warriors are already there in stealth, securing the battlefield before the first shot is even fired.
As we look at the modern fight increasingly, this is about maintaining dominance in the cyber and space domains, as well as how they integrate in with the maritime domain, air and land domain.
We hold ES on adversary UAV bearing 246.
The first shots in the future conflict will be in cyberspace.
There is potential zero-day vulnerability activity regarding a virus.
IT2, notify the task force. There is a zero-day exploit that goes live in an hour.
Fights on in cyberspace has been for a long time.
Ready radar to second Bravo.
The adversary knows that it's something we depend on, and they go after it.
Mission is picking up, so that means we got to step our game up.
Warfare is moving toward cyber operations. You have the ability to take down entire infrastructures with well-placed cyber attacks.
Flightcom, set CPCOM 3.
Mission package is ready for execution.
Keeping our intelligence protected is the next step moving forward to fighting off adversaries.
We're adversary-focused, we're threat-focused, and we're really looking at where are they trying to go, what are they trying to accomplish against us, and how do we keep them from doing that.
So that means we got to stay ready. Fired up. Fired up. Fired up. Fired up.
I think we're facing the greatest threat that we've seen in my lifetime, maybe in the history of the United States.
The adversary is trying to degrade our capability, steal our information. We have to be on top of it every single day.
Strike Group is preparing for a formation transit.
Working in this field, the skills and qualities you have, first of all, you got to be assertive. And I think it's very important that you know what you're getting yourself into. Technology is constantly evolving, the way we communicate is evolving, so being able to learn, diversify yourself, and being able to accept those challenges that come along with it is going to help in the long run.
I believe the skills and personality traits that I possess are persistence and commitment. It allows me to be more focused on the Navy's mission. It allows me to be a top-tier warfighter in the cyber domain.
Coordination with supported commanders, timing and tempo are complete.
I believe that if anyone has the same mindset that I do, there's a spot for you on our team.
The Navy fleet is only as strong as the people who maintain it. Ships and boats can't stay at sea forever. They need repair, they need overhaul, they need constant attention. Every bolt, every panel, every system matters. One mistake, one overlooked detail, and lives are at risk. That's why shipyards are the backbone of the fleet. The men and women who work here keep our ships ready and reliable. Let's take a closer look at the skill and dedication that make all this possible.
So Norfolk Naval Shipyard, I consider the oldest naval shipyard. We were established November 1st, 1767, so that makes us 258 years old this November.
We do nuclear overhaul of submarines and aircraft carriers with the shipfitter trade, so heavy steel work. We are working on the actual tools that the nation uses to live the way we live, right? And that just creates a great sense of pride in being able to be a part of that, whatever that part is.
I've been here 16 years, but I've been welding over 20 years. I started out teaching them how to weld, how to strike a knot, all the way until they become welders.
When you sit back and you look at the size of the nuclear warships that we work on here, both submarines and carriers, and then you actually get to see what those ships are capable of, it really motivates me to come to work every day and really give back to the Navy.
We're the most dominant maritime force in the world, but we have areas that we need to improve on. Fixing the maritime industrial base and getting shipbuilding back and teaching people to use their hands again in this country, I think is very, very important. You know, we've spent the last decade teaching people how to code. We're going to spend the next decade teaching them how to use their hands.
Sailors will work, and they'll work hard. They are out there every day, busting rusts, laying decks, painting spaces, fixing equipment, and making this ship better for themselves and then for future sailors that are going to come on board the ship after them. We have to ensure that our ships and our aircraft across the spectrum are ready for any fight. The fact that we're making a difference downrange for the future sailors on this is fantastic.
Our evolution is not just about ships and systems, it's about culture. It's about people. And we have the best people in the world, and the best culture in the world is one that's going to be faster, more adaptable, and quicker.
We got a lot of material, we got a lot of parts, we got a lot of processes, but it's the people that do it, that make it. The people learn these trades and learn how to apply them and do some of the most amazing stuff that I've ever seen.
Military Sea Lift Command, our primary job and mission is to keep the Navy at sea. So we resupply them, rearmament, anything they need to make sure that they do not need to pull into port, we keep them at sea and in the fight.
And our sailors, they need to be ready. They need to be ready for anything. But that also means that our ships need to be ready for anything.
Merchant mariners, for our position, we are professional sailors on that civilian side that comes out and facilitates the Navy's functionality on that DoD operation. We still have chain of command, but it's just that civilian side versus the quote-unquote military aspect. It is pertinent that those crews work cohesively and hand-to-hand. So you have to be able to trust your crew, whether it's active duty or civilian.
That continued excellence is so important. It begins with the small things. Following through on our tasks, following through in our exercises, following through in our drills.
Train hard, work hard, and we have positioned the Navy and Marine Corps for the next 250 years to continue to be the most dominant maritime force.
My name's Chris Wiley. I served as a United States Navy SEAL. Right now, we're standing in the Lieutenant Michael P. Murphy Navy SEAL Museum. This is a Naval Special Warfare Museum that encompasses the total history of Naval Special Warfare from 1942, where we were NCDUs, or Navy Combat Demolition Units, UDT Frogmen, into SEALs, and then into the present day. I run the show here. I'm the executive director. You know, I've said this to you before. I am so happy to get together with you, and it's like a recharge.
Absolutely, but you know, with the bond that we make,
because of the job that we used to do, where our lives depended on each other.
I joke all the time with people. I said, look, if a van pulled up right now and they said, Chris, get in, you're back in the teams, I wouldn't even call my wife. I would be in the van going off to wherever we needed to go, and I probably would have texted her saying, hey, I'm in again, I'll catch up with you later, you know? But that's how much I miss it. I miss the camaraderie.
Yes, the brotherhood that we create as a Navy SEALs is encompassed by the bigger brotherhood, right? The brotherhood of veterans of our military.
You know, in the museum is a ton of technology. There's so many things that come from the military. And
people tend to think about, especially when they talk about the Navy, that this is just only ships and people on the ships. But there is so much more, because the things that we developed, right? The GPS, the newest technology that eventually filters down to civilian population. It is designed, created by the Navy in the Navy labs. So we all benefit from it.
The everyday citizen has no idea where all of this technology that they take for granted, that they use every day, where it originated from.
Yeah, they don't, yeah. You know, the cell phones that we are using every day, where it came from our Navy, it came from our labs. It's not only because we have ships and a lot of people, but also the technology that we can harness into our service, into service of our country, into service of America.
So when you control the seas, you control the world.
Yes, absolutely. I think this is why it is also important to remind our civilian populations where this is coming from, why we are so powerful. So those demonstrations are very important.
Can't wait to see a demonstration like that.
Oh, absolutely. I'm very excited about it, right. Yes.
This is one of those jobs that the majority of people in the world don't get to see.
There's nothing else that compares to this job, genuinely. The tempo, the adrenaline that you get from it.
Being on the ship, there's so much going on around you, always launching planes. You're always in the middle of something.
On a single deployment, we could launch upwards of 14,000 aircraft.
It's controlled chaos. We love to use that phrase.
We like to think that we're in control of the chaos, and because of the professionalism of our sailors, we really are.
It's all about keeping cool, keeping a level head, and yeah, moving forward.
You're constantly looking around, you're trying to think of scenarios. Hey, if this happens, what am I gonna do? It really matures you as a person, helps you grow as a person.
When everybody does their job, that's how we get the job accomplished. Junior sailors on up to senior chiefs. Everybody does their job, everything runs smooth.
All of the sailors that I lead, they're much smarter, they're much more mature than I was when I was 18 to 20 years old.
We are the best. Other countries may have aircraft carriers, but they don't operate efficiently the way we operate on a daily basis.
We have to do this as a team. We succeed as a team, we fail as a team. And our sailors, they need to be ready. They need to be ready for anything.
The strength of the Navy isn't just steel and ships, but most important, people. And not just the people who serve, but their families that stand behind them. And no matter how many deployments I went on, no matter how far apart I was from my family, we had a bond. And that bond ran throughout the SEAL community and throughout the military. The bond between the service members and the families. Next up, we're going to Little Creek, Virginia, where we're going to see Connor Smith perform for the troops and strengthen that family bond. The next story takes us beneath the surface to Navy Dive School, where precision, endurance, and teamwork define every breath. Down there, it's not just about strength, it's about focus, it's about trust. And for many, It's where they discover who they were meant to be. Because in the Navy, when you find your passion, you find your purpose.
Humans are supposed to be walking around on land, not diving hundreds of feet underwater. Between the roughly 60 Navy dive instructors that we have here at the schoolhouse, we have hundreds of years of experience. It's one big team effort to make the best students that we can and the best divers that we can.
What you guys are going to do when we tell you, right, you're going to get in the water, you're going to do your in-water checks, check each other for leaks.
Here at the dive school, we want them to be comfortable underwater, first and foremost. We want them to be familiar with all of the specific rigs and how they perform underwater. And we want them to be open-minded. Not everything that you face underwater is going to be by the book, black and white. You're going to have to get creative with the way you fix some problems underwater.
When they first check in here, they're doing aquatic adaptability, getting comfortable underwater, holding their breath. They go through emergency procedures so they know what to do and how to execute if something does go wrong. Everything we do here has a purpose. We're building their confidence to be the best Navy divers that they can be.
My name's Angel Mendez. I'm an E5 and I'm an electrician's mate. See, I went to high school in Naples, Florida. Got into a really tight spot. Had like an injury while wrestling. It kind of took me out of working for a while. My buddy's dad called me up. He took me in around the same time I heard about the Navy and the Navy dive program. There's a lot of people that start from different places in life, but when you come to dive school, everybody starts off at zero and everything you do from there you earn, and that's yours to keep.
Dive suit, T1 on surface, T1 okay.
So the dive that usually gets all Navy divers kind of hooked on Navy diving is right here at school in the Gulf of America.
It can be pretty bumpy and fast, but it's actually one of my favorite parts about the job is actually that ride out to sea. Then once you get there, the boat will sort of moor down, and then you get strapped into your gear.
Check standby. Red 1600, green 1800.
And then everyone takes turns entering the water.
You have to be locked in and dialed in all the time because diving is inherently dangerous.
For us instructors, it's just cool to watch like the wonder in the students' eyes when they're on their first dive ever. So we have a huge variety of commands that students can get assigned to out of school. Expeditionary, where we'll go support EOD, Navy SEAL, Recon, MARSOC Marine. Salvage, where you train on techniques to salvage whatever it may be, a ship that's sunk or aircraft that crashed into the water. And then the third is ship's husbandry, basically just underwater mechanics to fix ships. We have husbandry bases all over the world, and Navy divers would be there to fix the ship and get them back out on the water.
It's just the best caliber of people you can find anywhere.
This is a brotherhood, a sisterhood of like-minded individuals.
When you're getting hounded, beat physically, and you're going through this immense amount of stress, you have no choice but to be close to the ones next to you because that's the only way you will get through the next step.
23 weeks ago, the members that you see before you set out to become basic and advanced underwater construction technicians.
So this is a huge milestone in their life as well as their career. They earned the right to call themselves a Navy diver.
So if everything goes as planned, I would hope to do this job for 20 years. That's how much I want to do this job.
My whole entire dream is just to be on a job site
knuckles dragging, God willing, wrenching underneath water with a couple good guys by my side and doing the job that I love for the country that I love. This is like my piece of American pie that I'm chasing after. You know what I mean? This is my American dream, being from like almost homeless to diving. It's really a blessing to be here.
Everyone is coming from the fleet, both the Navy and the Marine Corps, and we apply to be here. Everybody comes here at the top of their game, and we make them even better. But every single person on this team buys into the fact that we are chasing a perfect flight demonstration. Our job, when we do it, we put safety as our paramount objective. We train a tremendous amount here, but for our team, it's just as dangerous day one as it is at the very end of the season. And while we may get tighter in our formations and we get lower to the ground, we actually do those on purpose. We make the show more difficult for us to fly, so we have intense concentration. While perfection may be unattainable, the result when you try for perfection is excellent. It is the reason why we're here. It's the reason we're trying to showcase the teamwork and professionalism of the Navy and Marine Corps.
I'm Chad Robichaud, former Force Recon Marine, founder of Mighty Oaks Foundation, and host of The Resilient Show.
I'm Dennis Price, former Force Recon Scout Sniper, and CEO and founder of Heroes for Humanity.
Pretty awesome time in California, right?
No, it was great. It was super awesome.
And we witnessed Marine Air Ground Task Force, essentially a MEF level Marine Expeditionary Force event, amphibious assault, where we had aircraft carriers, LHDs, all launching the full ferocity of the United States Marine Corps to demonstrate for the Vice President of the United States and Secretary of War what the Marine Corps has been able to do for 250 years.
It was an awesome show for us, even for the world to see.
I've never in my 30 years being around the Marine Corps have I felt that we had, as a fighting force, more support and more love from the top with this administration. If we go to war, we're going to war to win.
Marines have been the tip of the spear of our armed forces and the vanguard of the fight for freedom. In the most critical battles our nation has ever faced, it is often Marines, forged by unique traditions and tough as nails training, who land first. We're the strongest, most powerful, most lethal, and most prepared military on the planet. Because you are that strength. You are that power. You are that lethality. And you are prepared.
The Marine Corps is America's 911 force, ready to respond to anything the country asks us to do.
The Marine Corps presented a unique challenge that no other branch had, that's steeped in history and tradition, and there's just a reputation to it. I'd say it was the best decision of my life.
It's just an opportunity for us to show our lethality, our commitment to warfighting readiness, and our excellence
in mission accomplishment.
All I can feel is pride, and I'm so impressed by all the Marines that just executed their duties perfectly.
Every American knows the truth of the phrase, Semper Fidelis, always faithful.
For 2.5 centuries now, this beloved Corps has served as our nation's sharp edge. Always forward deployed, always ready, and always faithful.
You, ladies and gentlemen, are the backbone of the United States military. You are set apart for a distinct purpose. You kill bad guys and break things for a living. You close with and destroy the enemy. Man, that is beautiful. President Trump has made our mission clear. America first, peace through strength, and common sense at every turn. We are the War Department, and you are warriors. Your strength is in your unity of purpose. It's in your shared mission. It's in your oath to the Constitution. It's the bond that turns individuals into single-minded fighting units. Standards, discipline, accountability, warfighting, lethality, they live. Being here with you is the perfect way to mark 250 years of the beautiful and beloved United States Marine Corps. You make us proud. We have your back. Take a moment and remember where you are in the great American story. Your devil dogs, leathernecks, United States Marines. Hoorah!
When you think of naval aviation, you probably think of jets launching off of aircraft carriers and dogfights over the open ocean. But marine aviation has to think about another aspect of combat, and that is supporting Marines on the ground. That's why they attend WTI, Weapons and Tactics Instructor Training in Yuma, Arizona. This is where the best of the best go to push themselves and their aircraft to the limit. This is Marine Air Unleashed.
That is being a Marine. It's when the first thing fails, you don't stop, you keep going. You keep figuring it out so that when it doesn't happen, you can still make it happen. WTI is the Weapons and Tactics Instructor course. It is the premier aviation school for the Marine Corps. We take the Marines that are at the top of their field and in a very short period of time put them together in the same space and turn them into a cohesive fighting unit that is able to go and execute complex problems in a very compressed timeline.
The ability to step back and realize that requires a bunch of strangers to get together for service above self. And along the way, understanding and caring for the individual to the left or right of you, and getting to that same mission or purpose, and executing with the propensity of violence and lethality. That's the change that happened to me.
We've got Cobras, we've got 53s, we've got MV-22s, we've got Hueys, we've got C-130s, F-18s, F-35s. Like, everybody comes out here for this. But here, you get to do it for real. You get to launch 30-plus aircraft to all go and accomplish a single objective, a team of excellent professionals who've managed to mesh together and continue to learn to be better and plan in more complex scenarios. How do you take what you are excellent at and support them? How do you make sure that they are able to do their job to the max capacity through how you're able to do your job in the max capacity? And it's that integration, it's that bringing the different levels of excellence together that WTI is all about.
Marines take great care to address friends, family, and tradition, often by hosting warrior nights on base where Marines and their friends and family can relax over some good food. Up next, Ernest performs at a barbecue at 8th and I Marine Barracks.
An incredible team can accomplish together. If you want to eventually zip up this flight suit or become a maintainer or a support personnel on this team, you first have to do really well in school and then also learn how to be a good teammate. Learn how to serve and work on that team before you can learn how to lead one. And then don't let anyone tell you that you can't do it. Every single person here wearing this crest on their chest earned this They earn the right to be here, and they work extremely hard every single day now that they're here. Maybe even harder to keep it on their chest.
Top Gun. You've seen the movie, and you caught a glimpse of our pilots and their aircraft, but we're about to take you to the Top Gun school so you can witness the true power of our naval aviators and the most advanced aircraft in the world.
This is the coolest flying I think I'll ever do in my life.
It is a grind. Long days, hard days.
You have to bring your best to belong.
Top Gun takes the cream of the crop from the Navy fleet and pushes them to their absolute limit. We have an extremely high bar that each student has to meet in order to earn their patch.
We're reviving the warrior ethos, getting back to basics, stripping out the distractions and the debris, ensuring you have what you need, being the best of the best. That's what the president expects. That's what we expect you to deliver.
From the time that they walk in, we kind of see that fear on their faces.
It is not a room of superheroes. It is normal men and women that just wanted to serve their country at the highest level.
They put a lot of effort into coming here, but no matter how prepared they are, in the back of their mind, they're still like, am I gonna make it through?
Flying a tactical jet is unlike anything else that you can do in the entire world.
Buckle up.
The underlying execution standards do not change. The ability to handle stress under pressure, the ability to adapt to a complicated mission set, and be brilliant at the basics.
We measure precision in everything we do. We measure it in the way we dress and our appearance, how we brief flights, how we talk on the radio, how we execute combat tactics in the air.
It's healthy competition. It comes from just wanting to be as good as your friends. They're really outstanding Americans that you want to be like.
An opportunity to better a human, to invite into our team and to help us teach the next people how to kill better and not die better.
Thank you, first and foremost, for everything you give to the country, that you and your families give. The sacrifice that it takes to be at this elite level of what you do. You are the ones that push the envelope, but what you do inside these machines is decisive, and we salute you for that.
Every class, every individual faces challenges.
We take rough marble and we chisel it into something that we are proud of.
Top Gun has created warfighters and leaders to make naval aviation the greatest fighting force in the world. You get to see how great people can really be. It's worth all the hard work to get there.
You don't get 1776 without those incredible Americans 250 years ago who understood that freedom had to be fought for. The weapons have always evolved. The Americans and that spirit has stayed the same. And it lives in all of you.
The culture always demands excellence.
It's an honor to be able to strive to meet that standard every day and be the best that we can be, so that if we do engage in combat, we're prepared to win.
Drago, when you're a SEAL and you hear that the President of the United States is coming to visit you on the ship, right? It's a totally different feeling energy, excitement, you know, almost an adrenaline rush.
This is the man who actually rules entire world, I would say. He's the most powerful man in the world. He's coming to visit us. Right. He's coming, actually, we can show him some of our capabilities. We can demonstrate what we can do and also why we are so powerful.
Right, you could feel it, you can sense it, everybody's excited. You know, they want to show him their best. That's what they want. They want to show the President of the United States, this is what I do, this is my ship, this is what I'm proud of, right? And I'm proud to serve. And I think everybody is feeling that.
I don't think I could imagine a more beautiful sight than looking at these incredible Americans on this backdrop, on this ship, on this day, with our Commander-in-Chief on his way right now.
It's a really special thing to have the President and First Lady come visit us on a U.S. aircraft carrier.
Every sailor is extraordinarily proud and wants to show off their ship, submarine, squadron to anybody who will come. But it's especially special when it's the President of the United States and the First Lady.
Okay. The Commander-in-Chief.
The President took the time to address the crew, to spend time with all the sailors and Marines, as did the First Lady.
We really appreciate it. On behalf of the First Lady who's with me, thank you very much, everybody. We love the Navy.
I got to spend that whole afternoon with him and his wife and got to show him just the extraordinary combat power the Navy can bring to bear. He was so inquisitive about it. Question after question about why this, how does that work? To me, it was just so enjoyable to watch from our Commander-in-Chief.
In order to be a superpower, you need to be a sea power, and nothing shows that more than a United States aircraft carrier.
You couple credible combat power with the resolve of our President, you get a peace through strength model out of that.
If people could see what I see in the Navy and Marine Corps every day, the renewed sense of optimism and faith in this country would be incredible.
Thanks for everything you do.
What's fascinating about the military is the purpose isn't about you. It's about the defense of the country and the person next to you. And that's a really great thing to see. And when you meet these young sailors and Marines, you see it every time.
We're gathered on this storied waterfront to celebrate 250 years of strength, tenacity, and unwavering courage. No matter where you go, there's nothing like the fighting force that we have. They have poured out their blood, sweat, and tears and offered their very lives to defend this land between the seas. Whatever our nation is threatened, and whenever duty calls, American sailors will hoist our flag high and they will rally. Because of you, our Navy and our country will always be proud and mighty and free.
The work that the sailors do in the Navy is making my family safer for generations to come.
I love being a leader of men and women, and I love to see that hard work.
When everybody has high expectations for us, that drives us to succeed, that drives us to excel, and that drive, I think, is important every day. It's the honor of a lifetime to be a captain of the ship.
From the American Revolution until today, the story of the U.S. Navy is a tale of loyalty, sacrifice, and commitment stretching back 250 years. Sail fast, stay strong. Thank you. God bless our sailors, and God bless the United States of America. Thank you very much, everybody.
My name is Dave Hansen, recently retired after 26 years in the SEAL teams. You're about to get a glimpse and a day in the life of naval special warfare. Whether it's a SEAL platoon coming over the beach as an assertion method or SEAL and SWIC candidates at the obstacle course, the common ground is the same. It's teamwork, it's camaraderie, it's abandoning self and embracing team. Over the past few decades, I've had the privilege, I've had the honor to serve alongside so many great teammates. Teammates who choose others over themselves at all times. Teammates who choose to serve this great nation. And this great nation is worthy of sacrifice. It's worthy of service. And I hope what you're about to see inspires you. It's always a good day when you're rolling with your teammates. I mean, who else gets to do this type of stuff? Not too many people. In the heart of every frogman, you know, they all understand the only easy day was yesterday. Yesterday is the easiest day you'll ever have. Tomorrow, you have no idea what obstacle, what challenge, what it is you're gonna face. Stuff is never as easy as it looks, right? Right. Takes a lot of repetition, a lot of time, a lot of work. It's not something that everybody embraces. Abandoned self, embrace team. That is who these guys are at their core. You don't get a place at the table. You don't get a spot on that team if you put yourself above your team. I understand what it's like to be constantly committed to training, cruising around in their kit and gear and getting wet, seaweed all over you, getting sandy. And it's just good to be around teammates who, that's the life they choose, you know? I am that man. It's a commitment to say I am able and willing to fulfill everything that's expected of me. Who has that level of commitment? They seek to do something that ultimately is putting this great country above themselves. It's part of who you are. That's in your DNA. There's nothing we do that could be accomplished by one person. It's all about the team. That ingenuity and that creativity, that problem solving, you get dudes from different walks of life and different places, and everybody brings a little something different to the table. No matter what the challenge or whatever the task, difficult or not, I appreciate seeing guys who still do whatever it takes. This is what they live for. Looking forward to deploying, looking forward to whatever the next ridge line is. This country's in safe hands when you got men like this standing by to serve.
People sometimes say that the SEAL teams are the most feared force on the planet. But I can tell you, from a strategic perspective, the men and women on submarines are much more dangerous. They move unseen, strike without warning. They wait in the shadows, silent, lethal. The world may never see them, but make no mistake, they are always ready. That is the power beneath the surface, and that is the unseen edge that the Navy brings to any fight.
The Marine Corps and the Navy team is special. It's been in existence for 250 years.
I'm under the water. That's not supposed to be like that. And then for people that don't know what we do, submarines play a huge role in homeland security.
Which means we're coordinating with surface ships and airplanes to track other vessels at sea, search and rescue, and then intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance.
And so we go around, we spy, we sneak around, and we can kill pretty much anything that floats.
Other ships that don't have nuclear submarines, they can't stay out as long as we can. There's no battle of attrition that we're going to lose. The nuclear aspect is definitely about underwater supremacy.
The Virginia class are fast attack submarines, and the Ohio class is a ballistic missile submarine.
Fire tube 1.
The strength of the Ohio class is that it's able to operate underway for a long period of time.
We're ready to respond if the president's...
My name is Justin Smith. I'm the principal assistant of the navigator. I do the day-to-day operations, planning out the hour-by-hour plan for the ship while underway for our 150-person crew and this $3 billion asset.
When we train like it's going to happen, and when it does happen, we do well because we trained for it.
And really, it's drilling and killing. It's reps and sets.
We're always finding problems. We're not letting problems find us. And that's the most important thing about being on a submarine, is just continuously keeping yourself at your top.
On board a submarine, trust is incredibly important because of how small the crew is, and we must be able to count on each person to contribute their fullest for us to safely get home at the end of our mission. The days are long and hard whenever you're underway for months at a time.
It's the sacrifice that we make by having to go away for long periods of time without communications.
Like, I'm away from my wife. I've been away from her for a lot of time, and she also makes sacrifices too, sometimes greater than mine.
Our whole job is strategic deterrence and not being found and not leaving a bread trail for somebody to find us.
But you know that you're doing something important. The thing that gives me a drive on a day-to-day basis is the fact that there's a real purpose to what we do each and every day.
And at the end of that ship, you're going to see a U.S. flag flying, and understand that this is the United States there, not just the United States Navy, but our sovereignty is being projected there.
The Navy and Marine Corps team is unstoppable. We project power around the world, and we do it however we want. We work hard so that we are ready to defend our nation, ready to defend freedom, and ready to project not just power, but hope throughout the world. That is what we do. That is what we do every day as part of the Navy and Marine Corps team, and that is why it is an absolute honor to serve.
Boldness in action, unity in purpose, and a lightning readiness to go wherever the nation required. In battle after battle, the United States Marine Corps has broken the backs of empires, toppled tyrants, and hunted down America's foes across the 7 seas. It reminded me why I am so proud to have worn the uniform, to be one among your ranks, and to be the very first vice president to have been a United States Marine. The world keeps, a nation will forever need the United States Marine Corps.
I had the honor of seeing Marines in action, real action. I saw with my own eyes the glory that is the Marine Corps. On many occasions, Marines aggressively answered the call and provided QRF and fire support that crushed the enemy and got my SEALs out of some pretty rough spots. And there is no doubt that the lessons that we learned from those Marines made us more lethal and kept us alive.
No matter where, no matter when, the Corps will always uphold its reputation for discipline and for unshakable focus. Our motto, Marines, is Semper Fidelis, which means always faithful. Though the shape of the battlefield will change, our nation will be just fine, so long as fellow Marines just like you remain faithful to that great Marine Corps legacy.
Be a man of principle. Fight for what you believe in. Live with integrity. Lead from the front. Be valorous on the field of battle and take responsibility for your actions. That is what it means to be a Marine.
Marines, happy 250th birthday.
Happy birthday, guns up, Semper Fi! No greater love exists than to lay down your life for your teammate. That bond, that commitment defines the Navy, the Marine Corps, and all who serve. Today we honor the fallen, whose courage and sacrifice built the legacy that we carry on. Our history is written in valor, remembrance, and in a song that echoes through generations. Up next, midshipmen from the Naval Academy offer a solemn rendition of Eternal Father, Strong to Save, a hymn that carries our pride and enduring spirit.
Today's a special day because we just commissioned a couple hundred war dogs right here in front of you on this gorgeous Saturday morning. But that's not why today's a great day. Today's a great day because we live in the greatest country in the world, the United States of America.
I joined the Marine Corps because I wanted to serve my country. I wanted to be a part of something bigger than myself, and I felt that military service was a great way to give back to the nation that's given so much to many of us.
Good luck, Godspeed, and Semper Fidelis.
To all who shall see these presents, greetings!
Greetings!
I joined the Navy because my grandfather served and my brother is currently in the Navy, and I really look up to them as two of my biggest role models, and I just wanted to serve my country.
A lot of new recruits come here and they don't really know what the purpose is. You're going to discover something which will then imbue everyone else around you with the spirit to persevere and achieve more in life.
Leading the Department of the Navy has taught me a lot about American character. The American character is driven by resilience, ingenuity, and the relentless pursuit of excellence. And we see that every day when we look at our sailors and Marines. So good afternoon, Marines. Based on your recent behavior, I needed to tell you this in person. You're being promoted. Congratulations, and well deserved. I meet these incredible young men and women who could be doing so many other things and who are serving a higher purpose, and it's just inspiring. It's a scary world out there. These people are working very, very hard jobs and with little recognition, and we should be very proud and very appreciative of that. We don't offer you an easy job or an easy task, but we offer you a very rewarding one. If people could see what I see in the Navy and Marine Corps every day, the renewed sense of optimism and faith in this country would be incredible.
Very special hello to the greatest sailors anywhere on the seas, the incredible men and women of the United States Navy. Very special people. Thank you very much. Great honor to be here. I wanted to stop here to share my gratitude to every brave soldier, sailor, and Marine. And it's a true honor to be here with the thousands of our nation's finest sailors at the largest naval facility in the entire world. No enemy will ever even dream of threatening America's Navy. There's no Navy even close. From the American Revolution until today, the story of the U.S. Navy is a tale of loyalty, sacrifice, and commitment stretching back 250 years. We will protect our liberty, uphold our values, and defend our home. Today we pay tribute to Britt's heroic service, and we proudly present him our nation's highest honor. In every era of conflict, the Navy has never failed to hunt, kill, and to win. You are a powerful warning to the world to never strike American soil. You are a warning that everybody knows about and nobody wants to play with. Damn the torpedoes, full speed ahead.